Hello, nice to see you again. In the first video, we talked about the suffering that people endured during the Great Depression, and two parts of our family, two separate family members who had nothing more to eat at times during the Depression than hot water with salt and pepper, if they were lucky, a little milk and saltine crackers in it, which they called cracker soup. The good news is we don't have to be in that situation. We quizzed the family members as to why this occurred, because they could have had gardens and canned and had their needs met that way, some of their needs met that way. And we were shocked at the answer, because we were involved in a lot of gardening and canning at the time. We were told that they didn't have the money for the canning jars, that they did not have the money for the canning lids, that they didn't have the money for the garden seeds. I'm going to talk about the seeds in a minute. And they didn't have money for fuel that they could waste canning. That was a little shocking to me. So I asked my husband for Heritage Garden seeds as one of my Christmas gifts. There's a really nice variety of different kinds of melons and beans and celery and okra and all kinds of things in here. I think turnips, all kinds of things in there. But you'll see this little package of green bean seeds is not going to plant a row that will produce 100 quarts of green beans. So in addition to having these, I will probably get some hybrid seeds by the pound. They're available widely on the internet, and probably get some more non-hybrid seeds as well. So the good news is you can prepare, have some basic gardening supplies, have a plan, get a little bit of experience with your gardening efforts, find out what works, find out what doesn't work, find out what you like, get some canning equipment, all the basic gardening tools, hopefully a pressure canner. You don't really have to pay $7 or $8 a dozen for brand new jars. It's very possible in most places to get used jars at garage sales for $1 or $2 a dozen. And we have used a great number over the years, great number of the old Miracle Whip jars. They're made by the Ball Company. They're wide mouth jars. They're not in production anymore, but I have hundreds of them, and I have had just as good luck overall, if you follow some simple rules, in having those jars not break. And they're not officially approved, but they're great jars, and they're made by the same company that made this jar. If you put a canning jar into a canning pot and the contents of the jar is not equal, the jar itself and the contents of it are not as hot as the pot it's being put into, then you run the risk of the whole bottom of the jar falling out from temperature shock. I also let my jars sit in the canner for a while afterwards and let them all cool down a little before I take them out, because the product tends to seep out underneath the lid from temperature shock. But that's another topic for another video. So the good news is you have time. You have a little time. We don't know how much time until we'll have difficulties arise, and we don't know if they will arise at all, but there's such a wonderful feeling of peace in knowing that you have garden seeds and being prepared. I am probably going to put it on a separate video, ideas about having a plan in place to have huge gardens with large supply of seeds. That would definitely be great in a pinch. So continue forward, and don't let cracker soup be a part of your future. Thank you, and God bless your efforts to prepare. Bye.